Welcome. If you're here with us tonight or watching later, it is Monday, and Catherine, Carrie, and I just got back from National Conference in Chicago. It was 5 or so days of running and fun and learning and running and learning a little more. And I think it's safe to say we had a really fun time. So I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, let's see if I can get this. This is what I'm trying to get to. Okay. I'm gonna hide you guys. Okay, gosh, everything is always behind where I need it to be. Just give me 1 second. I do want to change this one. There it is, share some. Right. So much easier to do it after I've already started sharing my screen. So we have a lot to talk about with conference. And I made a little, come on. Right, there we go. Can you all see that?
Yeah, it's there.
All right. Well, we do this every year, and this year there are some photos from the week. We got to go out to eat a lot. You see some things with Catherine getting her director, walking the stage as a director. I walked the stage as a new advanced director. We got to network with some people from other teams, people from our own team. So it was a lot of fun. We got to meet some people that we have not met before. And so it was a really, really great time to see people face to face. And I know that I got a lot out of it. And I wanted to, let me just see one thing. I was hoping that before we kind of dive into the products and some of the other announcements, that I asked Catherine to share maybe what some of her biggest takeaways were. And before I do this, I'm going to stop sharing my screen so we can see your face and do it. Maybe. I'm just like all over the place today. I cannot find the stop sharing because I've moved everything. Sorry, there it is. Okay. So Catherine, I've asked you to share what your biggest moment was, and don't go into too much detail because I am going to play that video. But what your, what you learned and what your biggest take, like, emotional or what you connected to the most while we were there.
First, I would say, do you have that photo that I sent you or no? Are you going to play it in the video?
Oh, I don't have the photo. I'm going to play it in the video.
Okay.
But you can.
Okay. First, my biggest wow moment was I didn't get to hear the whole thing, so I'm really anxious to hear what Heather's clips are of the speech. What is the lady's name? Because I'm horrible with names.
Carol Redu.
Okay, so she retired and she did her speech, and one of the things that she said was make your family your reason, not your excuse. I was in the back getting ready to walk across the stage, and it was very loud, it was very chaotic because there was a lot of us. But that's the one thing I heard, that's the one thing that stuck out that my ears tuned in on. And I do hear, I'm lucky, I have a very big support system with my family and my friends and my PC sisters. And I just feel like I do hear a lot, though, that people, they say they can't do certain things, not just with Pamper Chef, but in general. I can't do this because for whatever reason, I got to do this with my family, or I can't do this because my husband needs me to cook dinner, or whatever the reason may be. But instead of being your excuse, let it be your reason. Hey, I got to get on this call, or I need to set up this party, or I need to send out my 30 reach outs today because in order for us to have a family meal together next week, I'd like to be able to pay for it. So that's your reason. Your reason is I want to do this so that I can do this for our family. My second thing that I heard that I would say is in one of the meetings, set your office hours. I can't tell you how many times I have sat here and it's midnight and I'm responding back to people. Stop it. At midnight, you should be tuned in with your family, not responding. They're going to understand. They're going to be there tomorrow. They're going to be there. If your office hours are 8 to 5, they're going to be there 8 to 5. If you want it to be 4 to 10 at night, let it be 4 to 10. Whatever you set, stick to it. We all, I don't know about y'all, but we all joined PC because we wanted to take control of our lives. I wanted to take control of mine and not have to work for someone else outside of the house. I wanted to not have daycare. So do that. But set your office hours and set a schedule for your life that works for you, not for everybody else.
Right.
So that's my 2 things.
That's really good. And to kind of piggyback on that, you know, if Dana is watching me or Carrie's watching me and they send me a message at 12 at midnight and I immediately respond back, what does that say about the hours that a director needs to keep? You know, like, because I wasn't a good steward with my time the rest of the day, and so I'm feeding over it into the nighttime, or I'm reacting every time somebody reaches out to me. You know, what does that say? It doesn't say, you know, you can do this business and pay attention to your family if I'm like constantly reacting to every message that comes in. I've tried to be better about that. Sometimes late at night is better for me. Oh, I see that. I saw a clap on there. Sometimes late at night is better for me because my kids are asleep, and so I try to get some, you know, checking on my parties and things. But that's, you know, it doesn't have to be like all the time. Oh, I see. Is that a question, Carrie?
Yeah, no, more of a comment. So 2 things of my takeaway was unlike some people, I came home and my husband is 100% supportive of me diving into this. But at the same time, what you were saying was sometimes I message people at midnight because I'm up at midnight. And I just need, if I'm getting older, so if I don't remember to message someone, you don't have to respond until it's convenient for you. But if I don't remember to ask a question, it will totally go, I will totally space it. And then like 3 days later, I was like, oh, I wanted to ask Heather blah, 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 or I wanted to ask somebody blah, blah, blah. So it is great to have office hours, but know that some people might text you and yeah, just let them know.
Exactly. That's exactly the point. Yeah, absolutely. And you know, and for, like I said, my office hours might look different from Catherine's. Your office hours might look different from mine. And that's the great thing about this. If I'm there on call and Catherine's there on call all the time, you know, with crying babies in the background, you know, that's fine sometimes, obviously, because that happens. But if we can't ever, you know, break away, what is that saying about, you know, we're here because of our families. You know, we're here to stay home with our families. I'm home this summer with my kids because of Pampered Chef. So with that said, I want to play this video. I really hope it's going to play. Like I said, I edited it, so it was still processing. So let me see if I can share the screen. I don't know if I have to share my sound again, so let me just make sure that is okay. It's good. All right, I am going to hop off here maybe. And all right, wish me luck. This is a play. Come on, work.
If I may, I would like to share
Can you hear it?
3 transformative lessons that I've learned along my 32-year Pampered Chef journey.
Yes.
Thank you.
Number 1, in order to be successful, we have to work hard. But the work is not hard. Let's be real. Digging ditches in the 104-degree sun is hard work. Checking in on Facebook and sending out messages is not hard work. The key is to just be consistent and follow through. All the time. Even when we don't feel like doing it. Number 2, stop. Starting and stopping and starting and stopping and starting and stopping and just do it. There was a time early on in my business when I wasn't getting the results that I expected. So I kept asking myself if this was for me. Would I ever be any good at this? What if I didn't succeed? And I asked myself the same question over and over again. If not this, then what? But I never could come up with a better answer to that question than this Pampered Chef opportunity. So then one day, it dawned on me, if I just took all the time and energy I was funneling into trying to decide whether or not to do this, and instead I just did it, I would be much further ahead. That day, I promised myself that I would never ask myself that question again. And from that moment on, my business took off. Number 3. And this is the big one. Make your family your reason rather than your excuse. Please, please, please listen carefully to me, because 32 years goes by in a flash. Where is your business going? What do you want from it? How much money do you want to earn? What specifically will you do with that money? How will it affect your family? If you decided to join this company in order to earn an income because of your family, whether that's supplemental extra income or whether it's full-time income, then make your family your reason. And I don't think I really understood that it was up to me to decide what my life and the lives of my family would be. But I did start to realize that working with a purpose made me work better and harder. You see, what I realized along the way was that not only did I work better and harder when I had a goal, the goal always had to be tied to something important enough to me in order to get me to work hard enough to achieve it. And while I might have been motivated by a few different things over the years, they all had one thing in common. family. You see, I was far more willing to work hard for my family than I would for just me. And so it is with meaningful goals.
Okay. So I hope you enjoyed some of those clips. She really hit me hard also. And I know that everybody there, that's what they were talking about was that speech. So I will post the link to the entire thing, but I wanted to get a clip of it, or some clips to show kind of the meat and potatoes of what she was talking about. So can everyone see me still? We still good?
Still good.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So, I'm going to talk very quickly and very high level about some of the other things that were presented at conference. They have made some, or are in the process of making some really big changes to Table. And Table is, they're now talking about partying with Table, not necessarily just partying on Table. The whole point is going to be to use Table to enhance the party experience, to give customers the live party experience, but within a virtual setting. But also give them access to us, give them access to all the recipes they've come to expect, but they are going to be bumping up the live experience by doing they renamed the Test Kitchen Live. They're going to have a Test Kitchen Live, basically a live cooking demo every single Tuesday night. And so, oh gosh, I'm trying to remember what we called it. They were saying, oh, you can call it Tune In Tuesday. That's what it was. Tune In Tuesday. And they will have Tuesday night, I think it's 7:00 Central Time. Every single week, they'll be broadcasting from somebody's kitchen, or from the test kitchen. And they're encouraging us to go live from our own kitchen in addition to those, and really bring that to people in the virtual world. So we'll be talking a lot more about that. We'll be training more on it. It comes out August 16th is the new version of Table. And there's some really cool things where they get curated content based on what their biggest challenges are in the kitchen. So your guests will get a different experience based on how they answer that question about what their biggest challenge is. So it will look different for each of them, and it's going to be even easier to use and schedule and share into your Facebook parties just through a link and say, hey, check out what's happening over here. This is where you're going to get the interactive. This is where you're going to get the live cooking demos. Check it out over here. And so we're tying it into how we already party. One other thing, and I'm just going to mention it really very high level, is the fast track rewards will now be called success rewards. And the biggest change to that is, instead of just receiving new consultant rewards until your 90-day mark, you're going to have the opportunity to continue to earn rewards until your 6th month. And so some of those rewards will not be tied as heavily to your first, not your first 60 days or your first 30 days. They're trying to stretch that out to give everybody the chance to earn rewards wherever they are in their journey. So I think I explained that, like I said, at a high level. They're changing up the smallest kit to include, instead of the bar pan, they're changing it to the round pizza stone, the large stone, or I'm sorry, the medium stone. And the whole reason for that is because they're looking at the new consultant process like a recipe. And so it takes different pieces of the pizza pie to create the foundation. The base of your pizza would be your bookings, because that without bookings, our business is kind of falling flat. And then you've got the sauce, which are the sales in the party, and then the toppings and all the extra stuff are going to be the people that come and join you on this journey. So they're sort of looking at it like a recipe, and I really like that. I just put a little shot of what the new you know, rewards and what the new just idea is even going to look like. And we'll be getting more into that as time goes on. They're going to put out all sorts of new marketing materials to help us out with that. And now what we've all been waiting for, I know Catherine and Carrie and I have already seen the new products, but I don't care. We're doing this for people that are joining us on the replay too. So here are some of the new products. I'm going to roll through some of these quickly because there's a lot of them. So we had some new products that are the that have the white glazed stoneware, and that includes the smaller version, the 8x8 stone square baker with tray. It's the smaller version of the large rectangular baker with tray that has been so immensely popular. People love this thing. It's gorgeous. And it works just the same way, but it is a square, which is going to be really just fantastic for, you know, family mealtime. They also restyled the mini deep cover baker and the full-size deep cover baker to be glazed with that white on the outside also. And finally, the stone round baker. Look at that deep dish pizza. Speaking of Chicago, that's one of the recipes from the Season's Best. They added this back in. We had it a while back, but we haven't had the unglazed on the inside for a while. So that's really exciting. There's a lot of pasta dishes, casseroles, and things like that we can do with that. Talking about baking, rosemary focaccia bread. Yum. And they did this really great demo where she got her hands in that dough and was making those dimples in the rosemary focaccia in the dough itself to form those little that texture that you want from a focaccia. And also the almond pound cake. I'm excited about this because it is nut free and it's made in a nut free facility. So I showed it to my daughter because it showed up today. And she's like, oh, gee, that's fantastic. Woohoo. And then I said, wait, it's nut free. And she's like, oh, okay, that's really cool because she can't have any kind of nuts. So she was really excited about this. She was a little nervous, but I was like, nope, trust Pampered Chef. Round cake pans. These are so cute. I don't know if Carrie or Catherine, have you seen these yet? Did you get your pans out? I know you've been.
I have not. I've not opened my boxes yet because I'm going to video it. So I've not done it yet.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, these are so cute. I think we used to have this set in the darker metal, but it's like a smaller, almost like a 6-inch versus an 8-inch. And it comes with 4 pans. And I'm so excited to use that. My little one is really excited to use that. And the dual piping bag gives you 2 different flavors of frosting, especially on cupcakes, but also you can do this on cakes. And my idea was to make we've been wanting to make a strawberry lemonade cake and do some crazy stuff with that. And so I was thinking, wow, it'd be really great to do a strawberry cake and then do a strawberry and a lemon swirled icing. And this is just going to be perfect for that. I'm so glad that they brought this icing spatula back, and the icing smoother is something that we have been needing. I've had people asking me for this, and I'm like, well, we've got a bench scraper. Can you use that? You know, it's not the same. These are really fantastic tools going into baking season, and I still have the old icing spatula. I found it, and I'm thinking I'm going to get rid of it because it's really, really well designed. Did want to mention the Autumn Better Batter box. The almond pound cake, and which is perfect with the little mini loaves. I always tell people with the mini loaf pan that I make a pound cake, my grandmother's recipe for cream cheese pound cake, and I put it in there. And so you can freeze those individually or give them as gifts, but you can freeze those loaves individually. And you have like the perfect dessert ready at your disposal. Just, you know, take out your quick slice or your cup slicer, slice up some strawberries, get your whipped cream maker for some whipped cream, and you have like the best icing, or I'm sorry, the best dessert, kid friendly, everybody loves it. And the vanilla buttercream icing, people were going crazy for. They were like, please carry this. We love this thing. So that's going to be a really great gift going into the fall. They did add a new size for their stainless steel colander with the cute little spoons on the outside. And you can also get it as a set of 2 with the larger one. And then I included the funnels. These things I'm kind of obsessed with. They're 3 funnels, and it has a removable strainer that you can put in any of the funnels. So if you're like bacon grease or, you know, whatever, anything with little pieces in it, you can get the little pieces out and straight it in. So I'm excited about that. We love funnels. Here's a look at our more of our pantry things. The savory maple spice blend, the black garlic seasoning blend, and that maple spice, that recipe, the tortellini on there is the cover photo for our Season's Best cookbook, which you see below. I did a real quick look at all of the recipes that are featured in there. Really some interesting recipes in there, including a layered s'mores cake, which just looks absolutely to die for. It's there on the bottom. And once again, we are giving our Season's Best Pantry bundle. That's really been popular. People love to be able to have the flavors that go along with the stuff in the cookbook. And the savory umami. I couldn't forget that. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for that. Do you see the picture in the back? Catherine, I know this does not appeal to you, but it appeals to me. That is my thing. That is my thing right there. I am so excited to. I haven't made ramen, fresh ramen in a really long time. I'm totally going for it again. So it's been a while. Okay, to some of the larger items. This thing is awesome. I got this out and I have it here. Hold on. Oh, well, you can't see me because I'm showing my screen. I'll share it later. The 12-inch Brilliance nonstick weeknight skillet. It's basically almost like a wok, but the bottom, the base of it is much wider, so it's more like cooking in a bowl, but it has these high sides. It's going to be just like if you can buy one piece of cookware, this is the one to buy. So it's really awesome. And along with those, okay, the knives have nothing to do with the pot, but the Brilliance pan handle protector does. We've been needing this, absolutely. And I used it on mine today already, and it fits perfectly on the cookware, on the Brilliance cookware. You have the other cover, the protector that just covers the little handle. And so now we have this one too. So it was really needed. I love it. The spreading knife set, they are just shaped differently than a butter knife. My kid was like, well, why do you have this? I mean, why not just use a butter knife? It is shaped differently and it's really cool. The one thing that's bothering me is I need 4 of them. So I'm going to steal one out of another set and give them as gifts. Okay, on to our favorite items. I think these are our favorite items. And I'm going over a little bit, I'm sorry, but I was trying not to. The whisk tongs. These things pick up anything. They will pick up anything. Look at that. They have the entire salad. You're not like trying to scrape up the tomatoes or, you know, whatever. You're going to get everything from there. And it closes so that you can take that same whisk. You can toss up the salad. And then you can use it to mix up the dressing in the bowl and then pour it into the salad and mix it up again and serve with it too. The coolest thing is they had a demo where we could lift up like the little hard-boiled eggs. Well, they were fake eggs, but we can lift hard-boiled eggs out of boiling water, and you'll have no issue getting them out. It conforms to whatever you're lifting, so it's really cool.
This is my favorite.
This is my favorite. Yes, this is the new cup. This one right here, right?
Yep.
This is going to be what I think everybody's predicting this is going to be the new cup slicer, you know, that kind of popularity. The garlic chop tool, it dices, it chops garlic, it slices garlic, so it's replacing our slicer. You can, it comes with a little pad where you can grate the garlic. Grating garlic is really big right now. And then, of course, with our garlic press, which is my absolute favorite tool, you can still press your garlic with that too. But this also comes with a redesigned garlic peeler to get the paper off of it and a little cleaning brush. But you see that green piece up at the top. Once you push your garlic down, you want to go clean it, you literally just like pull the green thing off of there and it lifts any piece of garlic for easy cleaning, and everything is just collects in that cute little cup. It's absolutely adorable. I have it sitting here. If we have a couple minutes, I'll show it. That's going to be my favorite. Oh, I was hoping I... so cute. So here it is. This is the electric item. Now it's not like some big gigantic, it's actually a really small size and everything nests together, which I really like. It's our electric pop and stir. And there are other ones on the market called the, oh, I just had it pulled up, the Stir Crazy popcorn machine. Ours is dishwasher safe. The whole part of where you're cooking, the popcorn is dishwasher safe, which I love. And I love the way that the bowl kind of, you invert the whole thing. I think it's really cute. I'm excited to see what everybody comes up with, what recipes everybody is going to share for this. And we don't do nuts, but we do pumpkin seeds and things like that. So we're already excited about that. To even put them into salads and whatnot. And then of course I'm kind of addicted to popcorn right now. So I'm excited to see what this does. And it's going to be a lot of fun to show off this season. You can make kettle corn, caramel corn. You saw the little different colored ones. So I'm excited to see what all we do with it. And along those same lines, they brought back some of our popcorn seasonings and put it into a set. Our ranch popcorn seasoning, French toast popcorn seasoning, and a brand new, I believe it's exclusive to this set. I haven't looked that up to make sure, but I believe it is exclusive to this set, the smoked Gouda, which you can use obviously on other stuff too. Like it would be so Gouda, ha ha ha. Yes, they made that joke there, but I make it all the time here because we eat a lot of Gouda cheese. It'll be really great on wings or on top of mac and cheese, on top of soups and things like that. It's going to be something really fun to play around with. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna bring you to this is the last product in the spring or in the fall launch, and it's really gonna change, I think, the way that I approach this entire season. People are needing meal prep ideas, and so here we go. This is our big new product, our cover item. Pretty cool, right? So here are the two items that it's made up with. It's the prep board, and you can see that the cups can go on the side, be mounted on the side or in the front. Both of them can be mounted in the front, or you've got two sides, so it's really versatile. And I said my husband is going to love this for taking it outside and grilling, because he was looking for sort of a prep station. But then we have the store and serve also, that it goes into the fridge. So all together, if you get both pieces, both sets, you can come up with the prep and store system. So it is available as a one item, which is really good, because number one, you're going to get 5 of those containers. And I was told that they will make more available as a replacement item. So I'm excited about being able to buy more of them. But also, early sneak peek. So just for hosts in August, they're making this available when it normally wouldn't be available till September 1st. And hosts can get it for 60% off, which means it was like 70 or 80. I think it was 72 or something like that. I figured it out before, but I forgot. So it's that for all of those containers and the cutting board and everything like that, is a really neat deal. And we can start, this is the big deal, we can start using this to book our parties now. That means, and usually we wait until right before the catalog comes out to really start talking about those items and trying to use those items to book parties. But we can book these parties now using this, because people are going back to school and people are going to need the meal prep. You can use this for taco night. You can use this for yogurt toppings. You can use it to prep for smoothies to get out the door fast in the morning. Just pop some of those into your blender and you're ready to go. There's a lot of possibilities. It does have a mesh or like a grater, a grate that you can set in the bottom of the containers, and that when you're not, it's to keep the food up out of the juices that collect. Sorry, I had somebody coming in. And when that's not in use, it snaps into the lid. So I really think that it's a very neat system, and it's going to be answering a lot of questions, and it's really going to change the way that I am marketing myself, not just our products, but what kinds of recipes I'm going to show people. Carrie, I saw you had your hand raised. Did you have a question?
I did. No, not a question, just a comment again. When I was in the product display, we looked at the containers can actually stack on each other.
Yes.
So if somebody doesn't want 2 of the prep station or the store stations, but they have the other 2, and if they're gonna let us buy extras, you could actually make a second layer.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was excited about for sure. They do stack on top. And
Yeah.
it's hard to see, and they did show it a little bit in that video, I think. But the very bottom is actually the ice pack that comes with our Cool and Serve.
Oh, yeah.
You can use that to have like a refrigerated, a cooled entertain, you can use this for entertaining, but you don't have to use that. You could take that out, keep it in the freezer, and it works when it's cold in the refrigerator. They said it keeps food cold for like 2 hours. If it's frozen, it's like up to 6 hours. So you could keep that in the freezer. And then I believe, and I haven't tried it out to make sure, but I believe that those will set in there more. And so you'll be able to more easily stack a second layer on top. They say that the entire thing takes up about the space of a 12-pack box of soda. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, and that's why I absolutely brought that up, because I could see, I really hope that they'll make the containers available as like a set of 3 or something like that, so that they can buy more, because if anybody's like me, you'll want extras of the containers. So, and it does have a vented lid. Certain foods, and they'll give us details, I'm sure, as we get closer, certain foods you'll want to keep it closed, certain foods you'll want to vent to let the air and the gases release and things like that. I think that might be it. All right, that is it. Oh, I tried to get through it as fast as I could. I promise I was trying to keep it to 30 minutes. I didn't quite get there. I do have my favorite, the garlic prep tool. Is that what they're calling it? I did bring this over too, because it's really cool. The whisk tongs, see that? And then it just locks in place to the whisk. But this is my favorite. I mean, this is going to be it's going to be the big seller, don't you think? It's going to be the thing that goes viral. Literally, you just pop it open. Maybe. Okay, well, first you want to pull out all the tools that are inside. You've got the little brush and this. And then you can pop it back in here.
Yeah, nobody wants to mince garlic if they don't have to.
Yeah.
But you want fresh garlic if you can. Like,
Oh, absolutely. That's why
100%.
I always say that the garlic, if I can convert one person to using fresh garlic from the mint stuff per party, I've done my job. Like, that's my mission in life. So look, you've got, and so this is the slicing one. It replaces our old slicer, the rotary one. And you just close it and all of the little slices go down here. And then when you're going to clean it, see this thing? You just pull this off and all the little pieces of garlic come off with it, and it's dishwasher safe. So when you're ready to chop garlic instead, close it up, flip it over. So you're just flipping it upside down. You want to remove this and just flip it over, flip it upside down so that it's now catching from the other side. Pop it open. It's a grater, same thing. See that? And then boom, done. You just put your little clove of garlic. And the third thing is this whole thing comes out. Okay. And you've got, and you just take and if you wanted to grate your garlic, because that's kind of a big thing now. I know Rachel Ray got a lot of people, she got my mom into doing that. Like, don't break it. She's like, I kept saying, why would you grate your garlic when you can press it and just go boom and done? But nope, she wants to grate her garlic. You can do it here and you just push it in there. And that's really what this is going to do. Bringing it up. So that's my favorite. Anyway, any comments or questions or excitement? Anybody want to share what they're besides the garlic school? Because that's what I'm most excited about too. I think a lot of us are. What you're most excited about? Dana, this is the first time you're seeing any of this, so you get to share.
I'm loving the new skillet. That's probably my fave. And I also like the prep system. I'm curious to see. Oh yeah, no, that's nice. I like the bottom of it.
See that? How it's like wider than the wok? It's like a
Mhm.
See that?
No, that's perfect.
And then here is the little protector for this handle,
Which is very much needed.
which is needed, but here's the other one.
Yeah.
And it covers the whole thing and it just slides on and off and I think so.
No, I love that. And I love the tongs, which you can't go wrong with any of the tongs. That's probably one of my favorite things that I have.
Yep.
So that's
Very cool.
fantastic.
It is. I love that you can use it to get eggs out of boiling water because that's just the coolest thing, you know, and you won't break them or, you know, burn yourself with hot water that's staying in there. And here's the funnels. So I love those.
Exactly. Everybody has to have funnels. So that should be a very easy sell.
And they snap together really well. Like they snap in place.
Are they hard plastic or silicone? Hard. Cool.
Very good. 3
And
different
they have,
size.
they've got a strainer in them too, don't they?
Yep. It comes with one strainer, but it can
Nice.
go into any of them and you just pop it in there and
Oh.
they are masked so you're never looking. That's one thing that I love about the kids cookie baking set that we used to have, the nesting measuring cups and measuring spoon, well measuring cups. And they all like clip together so you never lose one. That's what I like. Carrie, what's your favorite besides the garlic?
Besides the garlic,
Besides the garlic? I know it's hard.
the prep, I would say my husband is a popcorn fanatic, but I don't know if we would actually have the room for that. But so the prep and serve.
Okay.
Yeah. But I do, before I mute myself again, I need to show you because I talked about it the whole time I was there. This we need to bring back.
I can't see it because it's cutting out, but I know
I don't,
I had that too. Although I will say, have you tried the sauce whisk?
yeah, I have all the other whisks, but this one, this plastic one. Oh, there it is. Maybe there, there
yeah,
it is.
now, yeah, you can see it
This
now.
plastic one
Yeah, that's.
is.
but
I
that
just want them
sauce
to bring it
whisk,
back.
the sauce whisk is really good.
I got it. I've got it. But this
Hey,
one,
Dina, have you tried it?
I had that one for 24 years and I
No.
killed it.
this
So
one,
I have the sauce whisk, the silicone coated,
It is
and I
different. It is
absolutely love
different.
it. But it is different because I actually used to use the old one making fudge. It was sort of
Yep.
perfect.
Okay.
So
And I
yeah.
love the new one for making gravy. I like
yeah.
getting into
Yeah.
but no, you're right. I used to have that a long time ago and I didn't use it very much, but that was just me. So
I use it all the time.
when it came back as a special, I bought 4 of them.
that's awesome.
And unfortunately, they have a point on one time when you use them all the time that they break finally. But
Mhm.
yes, this is probably one of my favorite
Yeah.
Pamper Chef
Put it
items.
in, there's a request thing. You should put it in there. I'll send you the link.
I will, and the magic mop. That is that is now my
Mops up the
my
grease.
goal. Yes,
Mop.
it used to have it, and you just like skim the top of you probably know, Dana, they used to skim the top of your chili or your
Yeah.
that thing
That'd be
was so
really
great.
good for soups and stuff because that's a pain. Catherine, what's your favorite beat? Well, yeah, what's your favorite?
The popcorn maker, and not for the popcorn. I eat popcorn, but I'm excited about the nuts.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see what all what people come up with because yeah, like I said, we don't eat nuts really. Although yeah, we just don't. So but I do eat popcorn, but I've got my microwave popcorn maker that I use every day. So it's like, oh, but I'm really excited to see what all, I mean, people are so creative. They come up with ideas and share them that even Pampered Chef didn't even think about. So I'm really excited to see what everybody does with it, because I think it can be a really fun, a fun thing. And yeah, all right. Anything else about any of the other announcements or anything else you wanted to share before we hop off? Okay. Well, I hope you loved it. And I hope if you're watching this after, that you love all the new products as much as I do. They come out on September 1st. If you were active, and I'll share this or Catherine, you can share it in the team group at some point. If you were active, I can never remember this. And Catherine shared it with me. Hold on. All right. If you were active in May, June, or July, so if you were not active in May and you weren't active in June, you want to be active in July so that you can get your changeover kit. And that will include your catalogs, your mini catalogs, and the Season's Best cookbook. So you want to make sure that you've got at least $150 in sales one of the 3 months, because you want that to just show up at your door. The Season's Best is really fun. There's some neat stuff in there. So, all right. Anything else? I tried. I knew it was going to go long. I was really trying to rush through, but we did have a lot to get.
It was a
through.
lot. It's a lot of products. I mean, it's a lot of exciting products. So.
It is a lot. They had a large lineup this time. And I will, we'll be going more into detail about table changes. And once I get a handle on how I want to integrate it into my Facebook parties, we'll be kind of working on that together, and we'll have some trainings, some basic, if you want to get a jump on that and just learn the basics about Table, go into Table. It's on the main consultant corner. There's a thing, a button you can press to hit for Table, and just go to what is it? Consultant, something tips, Table tips. There we go. If you click on Table tips after you're in Table, there are all sorts of videos from the very basic to the not so basic, and it'll walk you through what Table is and how to set up a party, and you can set up a fake party and just start playing with it and see all the content that's out there right now. It's really fun. I will also be sharing, you had asked me, Carrie, to share my ScentShare link for July. I will be doing that. I really made some big changes to my parties, and I literally revamped the entire thing. I think there's just like a handful of posts that I'm still using. So that's really fun. And if you do not use ScentShare, but you would like to see those, I do have a mock party group that you can go in and you can copy and paste anything from in there. It runs it bottom up, start to finish, no commenting in there, so that everything stays in order. All right. And one more thing that I will be giving you more details about is we are going to bump up the amount of trainings and things like that we're going to offer, including working hours, like open office hours and things like that. If you have a question, just to know that they're there, and we're going to try to keep them consistent. It's hard with school starting, but we're going to try to come up with like times each week that will stay the same, so that oh, I have a technology question, I'm going to go on Tuesday, and to Tech Tip Tuesday or whatever we're going to call it. We're going to really try to, and we're going to work with some other directors that we got to know a little better at conference, and they're going to chip in and bring their people along too for the ride. So it's going to be really exciting. I'm so happy about that. So you don't have to just listen to me and sometimes Catherine talk. All right. Well, if you need anything, you reach out, because that's why we're here. All right. All right. Have a good night, everybody. If you need me, just stay on and yell at me.
Have a good night.
Bye. Have a good night.